Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. XRP has hit a new all-time high. I have been waiting over 7 years for this to happen, and it happened this morning. I never lost conviction that we would get here. Never. Not that I technically knew for sure it was going to happen, but I always believed by a lot that this is the most probable thing to occur. If something is useful, an asset, in this case XRP, humans don't just chuck it to the wayside. And I monitored it every single day for over 7 years. And unless something came about that would have broken that would have made XRP no longer useful, if utility decreased, well, fine, then I would have been like, I'll be in trouble. That never happened. And XRP has been supremely undervalued for years, largely thanks to the SEC. But as I've insisted year after year after year, eventually markets find disparities as such, and they adjust. Markets are really good at eventually finding if something is undervalued, sniffing that out, and then it propels to the upside. As far as I'm concerned, this was always a virtual inevitability. So let's talk about it. And by the way, at my very last video, which went live around like 7 a.m. this morning, it was recorded before the all-time high, and it happened to be about the all-time high price, like what is the all-time high price? And I went into a fair amount of detail there, covering all sorts of dynamics and why it wasn't as clear-cut as I wished it was. I actually do have some additional clarity that I want to share with you. And I will just say this, yes, unquestionably, the all-time high was hit. I know some people are looking at the prices on Live Coin Watch or CoinMarketCap and saying, no, it wasn't. We'll get to that. I touched on it in the last video as to why those prices are bogus. I'll touch on it again briefly in this video, but again, I have additional clarity, and the answer is yes, the all-time high was hit. But before going any further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. As I record this video, it is 9:36 a.m. Central Time, Thursday, January 16th, 2025. And let me tell you something, I am never going to forget this day, not a freaking chance in hell. January 16th, 2025. Just like I'll never forget July 13th, 2023, when XRP got its legal clarity. These are always going to jump out at you now. This is life-changing stuff here. I've always believed that this would happen. Here we are. And I know that so many of you are right there along with me. We were together going through this. We are an actual community, a big-ass community, and we were right. How about a "see, I told you so" to all the toxic Bitcoin Maximals out there? We were right, you were wrong. It is kind of satisfying. I'm not going to pretend like it's not. It absolutely is satisfying, especially after all the crap we went through. What a ride. I mean, it's not just putting up with the toxic Bitcoin Maxis. All the SEC stuff, the toxic Bitcoin Maximals didn't have to deal with the SEC breathing down their necks, ruining their net worth. We did, but we're on the other side of this thing, and we're better for it. So XRP is at $3.28 as I record this video. It's currently at $3.37. The all-time high was at $3.37, and that all-time high was hit a little after 7 a.m. this morning Central Time, which is my time zone. But it started to creep up to the $3.30 range, maybe just like a couple minutes before 7 a.m. And I started watching. And I was like, oh my god, is it going to happen like right now? And the answer was ultimately yes. Like it happened inside of several minutes. So from what I started watching it at that point, and here we are. And so yes, it's pulled back slightly since then, but I do want to note this. That's because Bitcoin had a pullback, so the market still moves together. It was cool to see that XRP led the market yesterday. Those instances are kind of rare. In this particular instance, Bitcoin had a pullback starting. It wasn't like a crazy one, but it looks like it was right at 8:30 a.m. this morning. And so then if you look at XRP, when it started pullback, it was 8:30 a.m. So it's just the market moving in tandem, but still going to do that even in bull markets. There's nothing crazy there, nothing terrible, nothing bad. But the market cap for XRP was over, I remember exactly what the peak was, but it was over 190 billion. It's currently at 180 billion, safely number 3 market cap, coming for that number 2 spot. ETH, it's definitely covered here. And let me show you some amazing data here. Take a look at this from XRP scan, number of new accounts activated. That's the chart in the middle of the screen here. So, as I've mentioned many times before, throughout most of 2024, on any given day, there were about 1,000 new accounts created. Could be a little less, could be a little bit more. And then, of course, as things heated up as we got into elections into the election, beginning part of November, things really got hot here. Tons of new accounts created, and it kind of persisted. And it'll be interesting to see what this day ends at, since this was a new all-time high day. But we're at, like, Mike, this is like the beginning part of the day, and they're already, for January 16th, it's not been that long since the day started here, 7,802 new accounts already. I will be looking forward to see what that ends at the day. That's like, wow, what a burst. And yesterday, we ended at 12,851. And just wait until we're truly in price discovery, because we're not going to stay below that new all-time high for long. I don't think so. And also take a look at those people are way more interested in XRP than Bitcoin on a global scale. Look at this Google Trends. Look at this data. The blue line's XRP searches, just Google searches. Red line is Bitcoin. That's right, XRP has overtaken it. Not surprised. This is what happens, folks. It's going to go absolutely crazy. And so here was my post. This is at 7:05 a.m. this morning, right around the time, within minutes of when XRP hit its new all-time high. I wrote, XRP is hitting all-time highs on multiple exchanges right now. XRP $3.35 as I typed this. And again, that was 7:05 a.m. And I shared a post from the blockchain backer. And he noted in this post, 7:01 a.m., XRP on Binance all-time high. Now, of course, Binance is the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange by volume, but it was an all-time high there. That's a big deal. Then he had this, XRP on Kraken all-time high, and that was at 7 a.m. Then he had this, XRP on Bitfinex all-time high. That's at 6:55 a.m. And then he had this one at 6:54 a.m., XRP on Bitstamp all-time high. And so, again, there are questions, though, so wait a minute. What's up with, like, for instance, I'm going to pull this back up. Your XRP all-time high. You can see it's reported from Live CoinWatch, $3.92. If you go to CoinMarketCap, it's $3.84. So what gives? And I did touch on this in the last video. Actually, I went into great detail in the last video, so I'm going to try and be brief on that point here, but I want to make sure everybody knows, because I kept getting this comment over and over and over again on X, understandably so, but isn't the all-time high $3.84? So I want to address that here. It's kind of crucial on a day like this, I'd say. So here's a post from Alex Cobb, and he posted this at 6:50 a.m. That's actually around the time my video on the topic went live. And so he was like, okay, so to be clear, for XRP, there's basically 3 different all-time highs. Ballpark numbers here, $3.30 in USD/USDT pairs, $3.80 global average from CoinMarketCap, $4.15 plus in the Korean won pairs with exchange rate at this time. Okay, so we can throw out what was on CoinMarketCap, and we can throw out the $4.50 Korean won pairs. And so why? Well, it has to do with this post from David Schwartz. This is actually from April 8th, 2023, and it's interesting that it happened to be shared by the blockchain backer here at 7:22. I actually shared it this morning, coincidentally, in my video that went live before he even posted this. I was just sharing some data because I knew that David Schwartz had talked about it, and I wanted to share it with you. So here's his post for David Schwartz, who is one of the creators of XRP and the XRP Ledger, on April 8th, 2023. XRP once had a reported price of well over $3, but that price was computed, including exchanges where the asset on the other side was converted into dollars using an official exchange rate. That was the official exchange rate, and that was too high. So it was an artificial one. There was an official exchange rate converted into dollars, but it was artificial and it was too high. It was forced, right? And so he says the real long-time high is about $2.80. Now, I explained in my last video that I respectfully reject that $2.80 figure, and the very simple reason for that, I mean, there are lots of reasons, but let me give you a personal one. I remember seeing XRP around $3.30 7 years ago, and I saw it on January 4th and undoubtedly January 5th because I was watching like a hawk on both days. But those were the only 2 days that XRP was above $3 until just yesterday, actually. And today is the 4th day it's ever been above $3 in history, by the way. So those were the days. I checked it up, January 4th and January 5th, and January 4th was the all-time high in 2018 for XRP. And so I saw it up there. And so already, like, I know from personal experience, $2.80 is definitely not the all-time high. So not sure where he got that figure, but I respectfully dispute that. And so does the blockchain backer. So he shared that post. And look, to be clear, I don't know why there was this fake official exchange rate, and it was over in Korea. No idea why, but there's such heavy volume over there that it materially changed the price of XRP, that it skewed it upwards that high. That's the reason that happened. So I don't know the reason that happened. I've never seen anyone explain that. I don't even know how to figure that out. Do we try and contact people over in Korea, like in the government or something? Like, what do you even do? I don't know. That'd be hard enough to crack. Maybe somebody knows. So please drop a comment. I'm very curious. But suffice it to say, like, that was the end result of this. And so the blockchain backer knew this, obviously. So he shared that post, and here's what the blockchain backer said to Alex Cobb. He said, David argues that that was a reporting error for exchange rates at $3.80. No American exchanges offered that. He argues $2.80, but since it was $3.31 to $3.35 everywhere, that's my number, $3.35. Okay, now at this point, I'd like to pause and note that I shared perspective from a chart analyst who noted that the price, the all-time high on Binance was $3.55. I shared that in my last video, and I just want to note that has to have been a mistake. And having been there, like I didn't recall seeing that, and I wasn't clicking as I was recording the video, but I never saw XRP that high. I saw it around $3.30. I remember that. I never saw it up that high. But that's what he reported. It's probably just a typo, like that happens. So that would not be the all-time high, $3.55. But it looks like I think it was $3.35. I'm pretty sure. Somebody can fact check that one too, but if not, it was like right around there. So given that that's the case, like once you hit that $3.35 level, that means every exchange, other than obviously the Korean ones, which are outliers that we're rejecting for reasons I just cited. Outside of that, the all-time high has been hit, as far as I know, on every exchange. If there's an outlier that I'm unaware of, please drop it in the comment section below. I'm just acknowledging if I'm very confident in something in my videos, I state that. If I'm not 100% sure, I acknowledge that. And so I'm telling you right now, I'm not 100% sure, but I haven't seen reports of any other exchange where that's not the case. Now, also as reported in my last, from this analyst, I think he had a number incorrect with Poloniex. He was saying it was like $3.53. I saw that was actually $3.28. So I think all of them have been hit. Everyone that I've seen tracked by any analyst anyway, I think they've all been hit. And so this is what's counting. And even if at this point, honestly, if there's like some low volume exchange where there was this outlier where it was higher, usually in instances like this, people will just cast aside the outlier in a low volume exchange and won't even freaking count it anyway. So either way, it's very clear that our community, and for good reason, I'd argue, has accepted this as the official all-time high. And then there are different price levels depending on what exchange you're on as far as the all-time high goes. But that's it. So we broke it. Today is all-time high day, for sure. Like we definitely are at this level. And so then Alex Cobb responded to the blockchain backer and he said, damn, official all-time high is $2.80. And blockchain backer said, no, too many exchanges offered $3.31 to $3.35. So that is true. So I hope that clears it up. But yes, without doubt, this is new all-time high territory. I know at the time I'm recording this, did I say what time it is? I think I don't know. My brain's going like a million miles per minute. Now it's 9:47 a.m. Central Time. Yeah, I said that. No, I remember. Sorry, I'm just excited. And so like my brain's kind of all over the place right now. It's just such a surreal day because I've been waiting for this for over 7 years. I didn't know so many of you are right there with me. Some of you have been waiting 7 years or even longer for the next one anyway. Some of you have been here longer than me. Most people haven't been here quite as long, but it doesn't matter. Most of you went through pretty similar journey to me and went through all that SEC nonsense. You are here. Most of you are here for this stuff. And I know some of you are new, in which case you are welcome to the community. Thank you for coming around and thank you for stopping by my channel. But man, what a this is just insane. Which means today, I get to open up my next XRP wine bottle. I've got multiple XRP branded wine bottles. Or branded's not the right word, but like customized. There's a company that makes them, and so the long time ago, years ago, I bought a bunch of them, and I decided that for various milestones, I'd pop them. The first one I opened was on July 13th of 2023 when XRP got its legal clarity. And after that, I said the next one I'm going to open will be when XRP hits a new all-time high. And that is today, January 16th, 2025. Here we are. Oh, you'll love to see it. Here's a post from chart analyst Tony Severino. And he posted this about 40 minutes after the all-time high was breached. And this resonated with me. I wanted to share this with you. He said, XRP should be a lesson for crypto investors to learn about patience. I said that weird. Patience? No, patience. Crypto investors are conditioned to have short attention